Today I will show you how to transform this jiggly brick into an amazing high protein meal made in about 15 minutes. And the star of today's video is this right here, udon noodles. These are pre-cooked and stored in a 200 gram package. They have decent macros with about 130 calories and 5 grams of protein, but the best part about these noodles is their chewy texture. It's so satisfying to eat these noodles, you have to give them a try. Before cooking, they feel like gummy bears, but I promise once you've heated them up, they will become incredibly delicious. For the protein source, I'm going to use 180 grams of extra lean ground beef. This is only 5% fat and thus has only half the calories of regular ground beef, which has about 20% fat. However, both will work just as fine. To add volume, I present you broccoli but on steroids. This vegetable is called pak choi and I highly recommend giving this a try. It's not only incredibly delicious but also one of the lowest calorie vegetables that exist. You need to chop off the roots so you can clean the inner part of the pak choi because there is sometimes dirt. Just wash it in your sink with cold water, remove everything that looks dirty and then give this a rough chop. Alternatively, you can also use cabbage if you can find pak choi. That works with this recipe pretty well too. And this is 200 grams worth of pak choi and it only has 28 calories. I will also dice a yellow onion which weighs about 50 grams and then let's get cooking. So heat up a pot filled with water and add a pinch of salt. As soon as the water starts to boil, you can add the udon noodles and after about 1 minute, you can go in with tongs and give them a gentle shake to loosen them up. And that's it, 3 minutes in total and these noodles are ready to eat. So take a strainer to remove the water and let the noodles sit in the sink for a minute. Next, heat up a pan to medium heat and add in 2 grams or half a teaspoon of oil, then go in with the vegetables and a pinch of salt. The goal here is to soften up the pak choi and get some caramelization on the onions. That will take about 3 to 4 minutes, stirring occasionally. And don't worry if the pan looks too crowded in the beginning, the pak choi will get smaller once they are cooked. So after 3 minutes, push the vegetables to the side, add another 2 grams of oil and then go in with the beef. Try to separate the meat with tongs or a spatula. The more meat that gets in contact with the pan, the more browning will develop, which leads to more flavor in your dish. Add a pinch of salt, freshly ground black pepper, a quarter teaspoon of cumin and a quarter teaspoon of garlic powder. After about 1 minute, you can already flip the meat. Remember, this is extra lean, so it can become dry very fast. Give everything a stir so the seasonings are evenly distributed throughout the entire dish and try to break up the rest of the meat. The beef needs only 2 minutes in total, then you can add the noodles, mix everything and remove the pan from the heat. Now the last step is adding the sauce and you have a choice between two. Both start with light mayonnaise. Regular mayo has over 700 calories per 100 grams, which is a lot, so by using light mayo you can save 2/3 of the calories and it almost tastes the same in my opinion. Add 20 grams to the bowl followed up by 5 grams of honey, again equally for both sauces. Now if you want to make it spicy, add in this fire red paste called gochujang. This is a chili paste with fermented soy and is a staple in the Korean cuisine. It has a ton of flavor. Add in 10 grams and give this a mix until it turns into an orange creamy sauce. The second sauce is made with peanut butter. You can either add 10 grams of regular smooth peanut butter, which will work perfectly, or you can also add powdered peanut butter. This one is peanut butter but with most of the fat removed, thus having fewer calories and more protein. It comes in powdered form, so adding a serving or 12 grams into the bowl with a splash of water and mix. Powdered peanuts will now soak up the water and become creamy like a regular peanut butter. At the end you will have a light brown sauce that is super creamy as well. So now choose your sauce and add it into the hot pan and give everything a stir. You don't need to cook these ingredients, just mix them in and that's it. And yes, you can also combine both sauces, it actually tastes pretty good. This beautiful noodle dish with a ton of flavor comes in at 663 calories, 69 grams of carbs, 21 grams of fat and 52 grams of protein. If you like this recipe, you need to check out my cookbook with over 200 low-calorie high-protein recipes that will help you lose weight and keep it off for the rest of your life. Buy it once and get every recipe update for free. The link is in the description.